MashaAllah, our Hujjaj have now come to Muzdalifah and they've collected all of the pebbles and they are really, by this point in time, very tired in terms of their body, but in terms of spirits, they're very high, as we've heard, that all of their sins have been forgiven and that euphoria of having all of their sins forgiven is carrying them through now. And now they have to dispel the shaitan and the devil out of their lives. And this brings us now once again back to Mina, where they're going to be looking at the Jamaratul Aqaba and the Jamaratul Kubra and the Jamaratul Usta, and they're going to be pelting the pebbles. فلتتفضل.
لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
Jamarat at Mina. The pilgrims arrive here on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, the day of Eid al-Adha. On this day, the pilgrim pulls the Jamaratul Aqaba. The Jamarat refers to the three sites in Mina on which pillars have been erected to serve as beacons. This is where stoning takes place. The pillar to the east, in close proximity to Masjid al-Khayf, is called Jamarat al-Aqaba. It is also the biggest of the Jamarat. Pelting may start from after the first half of the night. As the pilgrim pelts the Jamara, he or she recites Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. At this point, the talbiyah comes to an end, and the pilgrims recite the takbir for Eid. What is the significance and symbology behind stoning the Jamarat? To understand this, we must go back in time. To when Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam had a dream in which Allah had commanded him to sacrifice his son Ismail alayhi salam. You must understand that this was a great test from Allah, as Ibrahim alayhi salam was childless until the age of 70. When Allah gave him his first son Ismail alayhi salam. Upon Ibrahim alayhi salam informing his son about Allah's instruction, Ismail alayhi salam showed no resistance, comforted his father, and encouraged him to do so as Allah had commanded him. At Mina, Shaitan tried to discourage Ibrahim alayhi salam from carrying out the sacrifice. He tried to instill confusion in Ibrahim alayhi salam's mind and tried to tempt him away from submitting to Allah's will. However, Ibrahim alayhi salam was strong in his faith, and to drive Shaitan away, he threw pebbles at him. To ease his own pain, Ibrahim blindfolded himself while he carried out the sacrifice. When he removed his blindfold, he saw that by the grace of Allah, Ismail was safe beside him and a ram lay in place of his son. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam demonstrated complete faith in Allah and followed his command without any questions or temptation, showing great devotion. The pilgrims echo Ibrahim's deeds, also demonstrating their devotion, obedience, and submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If the pilgrim has the intention to make qurban himself, he may slaughter his sacrificial animal at this point, just as Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was commanded to sacrifice his son. Pilgrim sacrifice an animal and say takbir. After the qurban, the pilgrim may then cut his hair, thereby undoing his ihram. If the pilgrim does not have the intention to make the qurban himself, he may immediately undo his ihram by cutting his hair. The pilgrims then proceed to Mecca.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And you can also see also that like in the play, in the real Hajj, we also get sometimes confused. And the moment you throw the first jamarat, and then the talbiyah comes to an end, and now the talbiyah is replaced by the takbir. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow His greatness to come into our hearts and be perpetually on our tongues. So we've come now a far way in terms of our Hajj journey. We went to the plains of Arafah, we went to Muzdalifah, we came to Mina, and now we are really tired. We can barely move, but there are still some very important aspects of the Hajj which are left. And one of the main things on this particular day is to perform what we refer to as Tawaful Wada, not what Tawaful Wada, Tawaful Ifada. And we're going to proceed with that now, bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَلْتَتَفَضَّلُوا. Here we go. You don't have to stand in front of you, just so the mic is fine. Okay, so a little bit to the front.
Are they ready? The boys? Tawaf?
In the Tawaf, we go around the Kaaba 7 times in an anti-clockwise direction, starting at the corner of the Hajar Aswad. While making the 8 eyes as we circle in the Kaaba.
That's fine, this one is for the Yes.
ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وأدخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين بسم الله الله أكبر
بسم الله الله أكبر
بسم الله الله أكبر بسم الله الله أكبر بسم الله الله أكبر
At the Maqam Ibrahim. The pilgrim then makes dua that Allah accepts his or her ibadah and intends to
The dua.
She went in search of water and ran up a small hill to Satsai. looking for water in the distance. Then she ran to another small hill, Marwa continuing to search for water. He ran up and down and was several times but no avail. Suddenly, he heard water gushing somewhere, making a sound that sounded like swooning, swooning. It was rushing near the Kaaba and close to where Ishmael. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had answered her prayer. She could feed her precious baby Ishmael. The water is so fresh and water until this day. Subhanallah. The pilgrims then immediately proceed to do the Madrassah, which is the place where the Sa'i is performed. Science to cover the distance between the river of Safa and Marwa several times, even letting the land of 17,900. The men run between the rights. On the same day, the pilgrims made their way back to Medina for 2 or 3 nights. The 3 days of the Eid are called the days of Tashriq.
MashaAllah. So now we find that the pilgrims are now to the just about finished, but not entirely finished. And this gives us a good idea of the actual Hajj. When you think you're finished, but you're not yet finished, the last leg to go. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالْخَوَاتِيمِ, actions are judged by the ending. So the last but not least of what the pilgrim needs to do is come back now again to Mina and ideally stay there for 3 days. And every day after Zawal, they will be pelting not only the one Jamara, but they will be pelting all 3 Jamara. Bismillah.
The first day of Tashriq. The 11th day of the Hajj is the first day of Tashriq. On this day, pilgrims requires 21 pebbles, 7 pebbles for each Jamara, that the pilgrim has to pelt on this day. It is a condition that the pilgrim starts from the small Jamara, al-Jamarat al-Sukhra, pelting 7 stones one at a time. Then he or she pelts the middle Jamara, al-Jamarat al-Wusta, with 7 pebbles and ends off by pelting the Jamarat al-Aqaba with the remaining 7 pebbles. The time for pelting the Jamarat is Zawal, and the chosen time for pelting ends at sunset. It is sunnah to pelt the Jamarat before performing the Salah al-Dhuhr. After pelting the 3rd Jamarat, the pilgrim faces Mecca and makes dua for acceptance. The pilgrims then spend the night in the tents at Mina, preparing themselves for the next day's path. The 2nd day of Tashriq. The next day, the 12th day of the Hijjah, i.e. the 2nd day of Tashriq, the pilgrims repeat this pelting. The Hujjaj may now leave Mina to return to Mecca. Those who wish to remain the 3rd day to pelt may do so. Those who decide to leave the 2nd day must ensure that they are out of the boundary of Mina before sunset.
This completes the Hajj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the Hajj of all those who have left for this holy journey. May He make their journey easy and grant them the best of our iman. May they be granted a Hajj mabrur. Ameen. Al-Fatiha.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursalin Sayyidina wa nabiyyana wa maulana Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa nabiyya ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. اللهم حجنا حجا مبرورا وسعيا مشكورا وذنبا مغفورا وعملا صالحا مقبولا وتجارة لن تبور يا عالم ما في الصدور أخرجنا من الظلمات إلى النور.
O Allah, make our Hajj righteous, our effort praiseworthy, our sin forgiven, and our action pious and accepted like a transaction that will never be unprofitable. O the knower of all that is unjust, remove us from the darkness into the light. Amen.
الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي. يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وأصحابه وبارك وسلم بفضلك دعواهم فيها سبحان اللهم وتحيته فيها سلام وآخر دعواهم الحمد لله رب العالمين.
MashaAllah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of our learners, and may Allah grant you all a Hajj Maqbool and Hajj Mabrur. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take you time and time again to His house, the Baytullah, and also to visit the noble maqam of our beloved Master Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam.